Guys, it's GameFacer and welcome back to episode 27 of my Arsenal career mode. Now today, I will be playing the first Premier League game of the second season that I'm in, and also be making some transfers as well, with some players coming in and some obviously leaving. I've been looking at your suggestions in the comments, one of which was to sell Mertesacker, which is going to be hopefully happening. He's on the transfer list, and we'll hopefully try and get in John Stones, potentially, I'm not too sure yet. But we've also got Kieran Gibbs, who's on the way out, and Obita, I think, is that perhaps Obita, who's on the way in as a left back, and Klein hopefully as a right back. So that's hopefully going to be really good, and we're going to have a decent team now. But we do have the game against Everton, and we're going to play it straight away. I'll put out a similar sort of team to this, but I'll be back in a second once I've made one or two adjustments. And this is the team I've gone with. We've obviously got Cech in goal, Gaia, Koscielny, Ngulu, and Bellerin making it with the defence. We've also got Ramsey, Jack Wilshere in front of them, Sanchez on the left, Ozil down the centre, and we've got Costa on the right-hand side. That's Douglas Costa, not Diego Costa. And yeah, we've got Ronaldo up front as well. So that is a really strong team. Looking forward to using Ronaldo. I believe this is the first time I've used him. I might be wrong, it might have been last episode. Because I'm doing them only once a week now, this career mode, I am kind of forgetting little bits about what happened in the last episode. But yeah, I think this might be the first time I properly use Ronaldo anyway. But let's see how we get on. Hopefully we can thrash Everton and kick off this season very well with a win. Come on, I want a strong, solid performance from us here. I'm expecting it'll be a fairly difficult game, but if we can get hold of the ball plenty, we should be alright, I'd imagine. But at the moment they are having long periods of possession early on here, which is quite frustrating. And they're playing it around quite nicely at the moment. No Lukaku up front. Don't know whether he has moved teams or not. I'm sure we'll find out if he does make his way onto the pitch. And yeah, I reckon he might have been sold. Usually they tend to start him if he is in the team, but that is a hell of a start for Everton. Nearly got themselves a goal. That was a decent shot from Barkley there. Oh, it's through, and Cech with a good save. I forgot that we are coming up against Olivier Giroud in this side today, so that'll be interesting to see whether he does score against us. We have been pretty poor to start off with. Let's try and find Ronaldo now. Can he get there? He hasn't actually. It's Tim Howard that's beat him to it. That's a hell of a ball to Giroud. Barkley to McCarthy, and we need to just make sure defensively we are stronger than we have been before. Ngulu looking for Ronaldo, that's the sort of pass I want. What a ball through that is. Ronaldo, and it's 1-0, 20th minute. That is what I was after. Our first shot, and massively undeserved, but we will take it. That is the reason why we've got Ronaldo in the team. That's the reason why I've got in Ngulu. That was a brilliant bit of play from him. I've got to be honest, that was amazing stuff. Really brought it out of defence, and that pass through, what a counter-attack that was. Really impressive stuff from the two new signings. The way he just brings it out of defence and plays that beautiful pass in between the two defenders. And Ronaldo was only really going to ever score from that, wasn't he? There was no chance of him missing. But it is 1-0 now. Ball through here to try and find Costa. Oh, he manages to get onto the end of it, actually. Can he find the cross, though? Ronaldo nearly gets on there. Sanchez follows up, and it's 2-0 now. We've really kicked things off. Everton kind of collapsed when they started the kick-off. And we are now winning 2-0. Really started off very well from that kick-off, to be honest. We flew out of the blocks again. And this time it was Costa chasing onto the end of the ball. And I think we've really started to open the floodgates. What a strike, actually, with Sanchez on his left foot. And it's now 2-0. It's got even worse for Everton. Costa still going. He's on his left foot here. Costa! Oh, decent strike and a brilliant save from Tim Howard. Really have played out the rest of this first half very well here. Got ourselves a corner. Sanchez will take it. And it was really into a danger zone there, but Howard managed to just about punch it away. Get down to the line, and no, we haven't got that. And it is now half-time. We've really ended that first half very well, so really happy with that. Not really too sure what the match facts are like. We have had 3 shots, 3 on target, 45% possession, so it has gone up a little bit more than I expected. I'll make a couple of changes now. We're winning 2-0 and comfortably winning. I'll take off Ozil and I'll bring on... Oh, actually, no, I'll bring on Feghouli, I think I'll bring on, onto the right-hand side. Costa will go onto the left with Sanchez down the middle, and I'll also take off... Ooh, I think we'll go with Ramsey, and I'll bring on Perrier. Just going to give a few different players a bit of a run out now. We're winning 2-0. I still think we've got more goals in us. That's the reason why also I've brought on some pretty decent players. And it's time to make some more changes. I'm going to take off Sanchez. Obviously, I don't want him to get sent off. So I'm going to bring on... Oh, it's so tempting to bring on Mbolo, but I also want to bring on Walcott because he's not had much of a run out. And I think the player I'm going to bring on is Theo Walcott. I feel a little bit sorry for him. He might not get that much game time this season. So I think I'm going to do that and put Figuli down the middle. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Hopefully Walcott can play well. I really want to try and use him and keep him in the squad because he's English, and I think Arsenal was just a few years ago all about the English players, but now obviously they've had to try and upgrade things and get in better players, which has led to less English players being in the side. So I want to try and get in more English players that are nice and young. Obviously Walcott's not young anymore, but he is English, so I'd like to try and keep him in the squad. And that is it, we have won the game 2-0. Brilliant result against Everton to kick off the season. Kept a clean sheet as well, so really good stuff. Couldn't really have done much more. We might have possibly got a third goal, that would have been nice. But yeah, as you can see there, possession we had less. We actually had less shots as well, but more on target. And Fiorentina have come back to me and they've said that the price tag that we've asked for Kieran Gibbs, they do not believe he is worth that much. I can't remember how much it was. I think it might have been 10, maybe 9 million, something like that. He's worth 10, so don't know why they've not decided to match that. And we will continue to start training some of my younger players. Obviously, Douglas Costa isn't that young, but we have again Solly going up, and this time it's just his attribute, not quite his overall. He's nearly at 65 overall, which is very good for such a young player. So we are currently 3rd place. Norwich and Chelsea are above us. That's basically just on goal difference, so we're fine with that. And Guy has accepted the new contract, meaning that he remains at the club for a little bit longer, at least, or his contract says that he remains at the club a little bit longer. And we've got Jordan Obiter, who has come back and agreed the 30 grand a week contract, and we can now get him in. Obviously, we need to get rid of Gibbs first, but we can get him in for now, and I'm hoping it'll be a really good signing for us. He's not a great overall, but he's young, and he's got high potential. He's English, and he's fast as well, I think, so we'll happily have that in the team. He can play left mid and CDM, so very good news for us getting him in. Maybe he could go out on loan at some stage, but I think he'll be good enough as our backup left back. And Liverpool have now come back and said that they cannot go ahead with a deal because they are interested in the player, but they want 21.4 million. I think I offered them 13 in Chambers, so they want 21, which I'm obviously not going to do. So I'm going to actually try and get rid of Kieran Gibbs as part of this deal. I know he's a left mid and we're trying to get a right mid. Sorry, I know he's a left back, but we're trying to get a right back. But I think hopefully they'll go along with that because he's a defender. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. Anyway, 10 million, and they wanted 24 in combined fees. So we are going to go with, I think, 8 million and Kieran Gibbs. That should be enough to get Klein in. And look at that, it has done. Let's try and get him in now. He wants 100 grand a week. I'm going to give him 90, hopefully just undercut that a little bit. And will he be a crucial first team player? We'll go important, just because I want to make sure that Bellerin still has a bit of a go at right back as well. And I decided to scout this guy. He's a free agent. He looks like a Thomas Rosicky regen to me. I'm pretty sure he is also 5'7", so why not get him in? He's 18 years old, 66 overall. It looks pretty decent. Let's get him in. He's only on 2 grand a week. He wants 7 though. We'll give him 5 and we'll get him on a 5-year deal also. And I think we'll go with future first team player. I've also been looking at this goalkeeper, Antonio Meleo. No idea how to pronounce his name. Anyway, he is 68 overall and 19 years old. 6'6", left-footed. Looks like a really good player. I think he's probably recently just joined, so I can't get him in just yet. But whether he could be a backup third keeper, that would be interesting to know. Would he be better than my other third keeper I've currently got? I'm trying to work out who it is actually my third keeper. Is it Joe Elliott maybe? I'm interested in him. I might just add him to my shortlist for now and potentially get him in January or something like that. I've also scouted this guy as well. 62 overall, 18 years old. He's loan listed. I thought he was going to be a little bit better than this. He is quite fast though. But yeah, I'll just scout him for now. He's 49 finishing, so not the best for a striker. And now onto the game against Derby. It's a home match. It's one we should probably win. I've changed around the team as well just to make sure we can kind of rotate the side a little bit more, a little bit better this season. Basically because I've obviously got a lot of decent players, so I need to try and do that. I've brought in Gimenez. I've also brought in Pereira at centre mid, and Figuli as well is now starting, and Bolo on the right, and obviously Ronaldo up front as usual. I also need to put in Ospina's not going to be my second choice keeper. It needs to be Szczesny. And yeah, let's go on with this game now. Hopefully beat Derby. It is a home game like I was saying before, so we should be beating them. Let's find out how we get on though. Come on, here we go. They lost 3-0 to Chelsea, so that is interesting. Hopefully, let's try and beat that. Let's try and get more than 3 goals. They have had someone sent off just 7 minutes in there. We're now at the 30-minute mark, and Ronaldo just scores before that, actually. He's made it 1-0, so good start for us. Into the second half, Ozil on, Sanchez off. Bent has also been taken off for Derby as well. The guy has been booked, so there's about 20 minutes left now. Wilshere on, Pereira off. And we need to try and get another goal here. We'll skip, and we did get another goal. Jack Wilshere, who came off the bench, and he just scored with 5 minutes left there. So the game finished 2-0. That's another 3 points. Hopefully top of the league. No, we're still third, actually, because there's a couple of other teams. In fact, there's 5 of us that have all had maximum points so far, and there could actually be more if Norwich go and win again. Now I've got a transfer offer in, and it's for David Ospina. 4.9 million is a bit insulting, to be honest. Let's try and push it up to 6 million. I think I deserve that for him. He's a good keeper. He's just not good enough to be my second choice keeper. So that's why I'm trying to get rid of him, and I expect to hopefully get that amount. Again, we will just go and train the exact same 5 players. Can't bother changing them at the moment. I generally change them once a month, something like that. Solly going up there to 65 overall, which is very good actually. He keeps flying upwards in overall. Gaia's getting closer to 82, and that is about it in terms of growth this week. And we've got in another transfer offer. This time it's a 2-year loan from Hartlepool for one of my youngsters. Quite happy to get rid of him on loan. I want to see him grow in potential and overall, obviously, as well. So that'd be great if he could do that out on loan at Hartlepool. And I've obviously got this guy coming in as well, and he wants to join. He's 66 overall, 18 years old. He looks decent. Let's get him in and possibly try and loan him out at the same time if we can. So yeah, we'll go with, I think, a 2-year loan deal. You could probably say I'm doing a Chelsea here, which is basically getting all the youngsters and then just loaning them out loads. That is essentially what I'm doing, but it's probably not the best way to describe it considering I'm at Arsenal. But yeah, we are here going to have a look at some emails, and Lille have said that they are happy to match the 6 million for David Ospina. And we've also got Klein, who has accepted the 90 grand a week, which means I can finally get him in, and he is our new right back, and we've managed to get rid of Kieran Gibbs as well. Now we've got a transfer offer in here for Mbolo, 10.5 million. That is kind of in between the 2 values that the chief executive has said, but I'm not too keen to get rid of him. I want to keep him. He's a good young player. Someone that I'm not probably going to play too much at striker this year. It's probably going to be more right mid. Obviously, he's competing against Ronaldo, so it's a tough ask, really, for Mbolo. I'm hoping I can get him up further in the overalls as well, because he's not quite good enough, really, to push for a starting place. But 77 overall at 19 is very good still, so maybe he'll get a chance in this side at some stage. Okay, this is the team I'm going to go with for the game against Liverpool. Basically, I brought in Koscielny, and I've also got Angulo alongside him as well. Klein starts this match, along with Jack Wilshere and Rabiot, so change on the midfield slightly. I've also brought Ronaldo out onto the left-hand side. I wanted to give him a go there. Didn't play majorly well up front. I think he's going to just be, I think he'll be a striker most of the time. I'm going to give him a go on the left-hand side here. Sanchez at centre attacking mid, and then Costa on the right, and Mbolo starting up front. Give him a chance up front, hopefully he plays well. It's a game against Liverpool now. It is an away match also as well. So I need to try and win this game, hopefully get 9 points from a possible 9 from these first 3 games. Liverpool here starting off very well, just as Everton did against us. We need to try and keep hold of the ball early on, because that is when they are really starting to get out the blocks and try and get onto us here. So it's a brilliant ball there actually to Mbolo. Let's play it out wide to Costa, get back on his favoured foot into the middle, and what a ball that is to Sanchez, again getting booked, and he's just 6 minutes in here. At the moment he's going to be suspended at this rate. Another booking for Sanchez. It was a bad foul that I committed on a player. Oh, here they go. What a save from Petr Cech. That should have been 1-0 Liverpool. And it very, very close to going in and making it 1-0. 8 minutes left of this first half. Can we get this one away? We've still got it, and it is 1-0 now. Damn, we need to try and get a goal back, don't we, desperately. And that is it for the first half. Still losing the game 1-0. We desperately need to try and get a goal, because we really should deserve one here. We are going to take off Sanchez, who is booked. Sadly, we have to take him off. And I think we'll bring on Feghouli. And I'm also going to bring on Aaron Ramsey and take off Jack Wilshere. It's kind of been a bit of a mismatch in midfield. Jack Wilshere trying to win headers against Benteke. I think it's Benteke anyway that's playing up top. He's good in the air, whoever it is. So it's kind of been a bit of a mismatch. So we'll bring on Aaron Ramsey and hope for the best now. Okay, we're going to change a few things around. We'll take Mbolo off. and we'll put Ronaldo up top, move Mbomo over to the left-hand side, but we are actually going to bring on, I'm tempted by Iheanacho, actually. Yeah, we're going to bring him on for the last 30 minutes, see what he can do, and hopefully he can create some sort of goal for us. No way. 2-0, 5 minutes left. Daniel Sturridge onto the head of, I think it was Coutinho there at the back post. And they've made it 2-0. This has not gone well for us at all. I don't know how it's happened though. We've not actually done that bad. They have had a lot of possession though, which is probably the main reason. And that is it. We have lost the game 2-0. Just starting to make a few chances there as well, just towards the end of the match. But it wasn't enough to get a goal or get a draw or anything. So sadly we have gone and lost our first game of the season. Just 3 matches in, not really good enough, especially against a team like Liverpool, where you need to be winning those sort of games or at least drawing. As you can see, not enough shots on target there at all, and poor possession as well. But that is going to be pretty much it for this episode. We'll quickly have a look at emails, and then that will probably be it for the episode. One email in here from Dagenham and Redbridge, and it's for Joe Elliott, our goalkeeper. We will just go ahead and accept the 2-year loan, and hopefully get him some experience and get him going up in overall. And yes, like I say, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this, then please go the thumbs up button, and also go subscribe as well. Let's try and hit 20 likes on this video. And yes, that is it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.